Good morning, welcome to Furry and Spoil. Today I'm going to talk to you about bathing your dogs. Now I've actually just bathed mine because I wanted to concentrate on bathing them and not be recording it. They were actually bathed today because they rolled in fox poo. So I'm just going to go through with you some of the products that I use and how to do it. Now at the moment I'm just going to dry them off, and because it's sunny and it's a nice hot summer's day, I don't have to worry too much about drying them. They can just be dried off and then just be let to go. But in a minute, I'm going to go through the procedure of how I do it with you. So these are now been bathed and have now been bathed, and we'll just give them a quick dry off with towels, and then I will go through everything with you. Okay, so I've now let the boys out, but this is where I shower them. So we haven't got a bath. We've got like a big shower. It's like a big wet room. But it doesn't matter whether you've got a bath or a shower, whatever you've got, it doesn't matter. So let me just show you some of the things that we use. The first thing is, if your dog has rolled in fox poo or any kind of poo and that's why you're bathing them, the first tip is you've got to get them into your bathroom without them going around your house, because they will instinctively want to spread that smell all around your house. So the first thing we do is we get them up the stairs, get them into the bathroom still on short leads. That's really important. Then when you get them into the bath, then take their harnesses, collars, whatever you've got off. Take them off once they're in the bath. You don't want that spreading. And then, so for my boys, they wear harnesses. And so I'm going to put those harnesses in the washing machine now, because they'll have the poo on them. It's really pleasant. And so let me just show you how we do it, what I use. So I use this shampoo. Now, I'm not sponsored. I'm not advocating this shampoo or anything like that at all. But the reason that I use this shampoo is because Albert, as you know, if you follow my channel, has really, really bad hot spots and his skin's terribly itchy. Now, it's not, because I have put a lot of measures in place to make sure that doesn't happen. And bathing is one thing that can set dogs with hot spots off really badly. And so I will only bath him about once, maybe twice a year. Whereas Harry, I bath more because he gets that sort of sweet dog smell. And so he does need bathing more, but Albert, I would say about twice a year. And so what I use to shampoo him is incredibly important, because if I get that wrong, it really makes the hot spots and everything else, makes him very itchy. This is a really good shampoo that I found. It's oatmeal natural shampoo. Now, this is a bed head product, a pet head product, but any oatmeal natural shampoo will do it. A coconut shampoo would also be good. You don't want to do anything that kind of has unnatural smells to it, because that's just going to make them really itchy. So you need to go as natural as possible. But I've always found that this oatmeal shampoo doesn't make him itchy or create hot spots or anything afterwards. It's very good. And in general, oatmeal is just a very good product for oatmeal anything. Don't use conditioner after them, because you're just going to make them, it's just an unnecessary product, very unnatural product to be on their fur. So I just use this, so oatmeal natural shampoo. And like I said, I use Pet Head, but I wouldn't necessarily always use Pet Head. I would use, if I found another oatmeal shampoo, I would use that as well. And that's really important. You don't want anything that's, like orange flavoured or anything sort of, I know that's a natural flavour, but you know what I mean. You sort of keep very basic with it. So that's the shampoo that I've used that shampoo for years now, years and years. Albert's 9 now, and I've been using it for a long time, and it's worked well. But in the beginning, I did use different shampoos, and that didn't go so well. He did get itchy afterwards, and that's when I started researching, and I came up with this. Now, the other thing that I do is I don't use the normal shower head, because you can't control the temperature as well, and you can't control it as much. So what I do is I get one of these things where you put on your tap, and it just, it's just one of these things. You can get them anywhere. I mean, you can get them everywhere. They're really cheap, and they're so much better because it means you can control them. You can control the temperature, and also it means you just press this button. I mean, this isn't necessarily that you have one where you press the button, but it means that you can just control things better. But also, what it means is, let me show you. You can just look. You just press it, and then all the water comes out like that. But anything like that would work. The other thing I like about that is that I always find that on these type of things, when you put them on your taps, the water flow is so much stronger than it is from showers. We've got an electric shower, but I still find that this on the taps gives a much stronger water pressure, and so therefore you're washing the shampoo off the dogs a lot quicker. Now the absolute important thing is that the shampoo does not sit on the dogs for too long. I'm just going to go find the boys, let you see them all soaking wet, and then I'm going to talk to you a little bit more about some of the other stuff we do. Right, so this is Harry doing his thing, drying himself off. They will do that, and if they were indoors, they would do that on your nice sofa. So I take them outside, and then they could just do this outside on the outside furniture, which doesn't matter if it gets wet, and they just dry themselves off. Right, so the reason that I didn't video it while I was actually bathing them was because I wanted to concentrate on what I was doing, and that's the most important thing, not videoing it. But let me just tell you what we do. So you get the first thing you do is you just wet them down with the shower. Be careful not to get it in their eyes, because otherwise they're not going to trust you to bath them again. And when it comes to doing around their face and under their chin, do it more by putting the water in your hand like a kind of a cup, and then wet their face and chin with that. But the rest of them, shower them all down so they're really, really wet, and then put the shampoo on. Now it's important that you get enough shampoo so that you do the job and you clean them and get them all covered in that. Again, don't put the shampoo on their face, just put some bubbles on your hands, and just use that to wash around their face with. What's really, really important is that you don't leave the shampoo on the dog while you're washing another dog, because that will just irritate the skin and it will create issues and make the skin itchy. So make sure that if you're doing one dog, you shampoo him and then you straight away you get him showered down. You don't want that soap sitting on the skin at all. You just want it on and then shower it straight off, because that will cause itchy skin. If you've got two dogs, then do one at a time. So even if you put them both in the bath at the same time, like we do, put the shampoo on one dog and then shower that shampoo off that dog straight away. Don't leave it sitting on there while you do the other dog. So you shampoo a dog and you shower a dog really quickly, and then do the other dog, shampoo the dog and shower the dog. Don't leave it just sitting on there, because it's the same with us. If you just leave soap sitting on, oh dear, you all right? If you just leave soap sitting on your skin, then it's going to make you itchy. Here's my little Albert. He had a bath as well. He was quite put out by it because he doesn't have as many baths as Harry does. So it's really important to get that shampoo washed off. Don't leave that shampoo sitting on there, and then get it showered off as quickly as you can. And like I said, around the face, use the bubbles, but put the bubbles on your hand, and then use your hand to wash their face. Don't just blast the shower at them, and don't put loads of soap on their face, because you'll never get it all washed off without upsetting them. Make sure you get all in between their feet. Make sure you get all around their bottom done. Make sure you get all that done. Once that's done, now if you can, it's better to bath your dogs in the summer, because you haven't got to be too worried about them. You haven't got to be too worried. Where's Harry gone? Harry, because you haven't got to be too bothered about getting them dry then, because like now, I mean, it's a nice morning, we'll just be outside for a bit here and they can get nice and dry. Make sure it's not too hot. You don't want your dogs out in it too hot. Harry, can you come and show the people now you're nice and bathed? He gets really curly after he's been bathed, don't you? You get all curly. If you are bathing them in the winter, then you do need to get them dry, because you don't want them just to be hanging around all wet and cold. So I've just got a pile of dog towels that I use, and they're just old towels, and they're dog towels, and you just get them dried up with that. Now I dry the dogs while they're still in the bath. It just makes life a lot easier, because you haven't got to try and catch them. So what are you chasing? A fly? So I dry the dogs while they're still in the bath. It makes it easier than trying to catch them. And then afterwards, lots of praise, lots of treats, as always. Now, if you take your dogs to the groomers, they're going to bath your dog every month. I think that is way too much. And as someone who's had dogs that have such sensitive skin, it's something I really understand. And bathing your dog every month is unnecessary and way too much. It might make them look all nice and puffy and that, but it's completely unnecessary. And if you're doing it yourself and you're the person bathing them, you don't need to do it every month. It's too much. It's just too much for their skin. So if you can avoid doing that, that is better. I mean, we groom our dogs and they look all right, and like I said, they're bathed about twice a year. So don't over bath them. And as always, keep nice and calm and relaxed about it, and don't give yourself a hard time if your dog really doesn't like being bathed, because they don't. I've never met a dog that likes being bathed. They don't like it at all. Albert's having a little itch there. I'm just going to have to keep an eye on that and make sure that wasn't caused by the bath. It shouldn't have been. I have to keep an eye on that. And there's Pickle Boy. So that's it. I don't have anything else to say. It's quite a simple procedure really, but you do need to get it right. And certainly make sure that you're not doing anything that's aggravating them and causing you to have them to have itchy skin. So as always, pop anything you want to say in comments. I'm on Instagram, I'm on Twitter, and #furry and spoilt. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a lovely day. See you in the next video.